Hi guys, Julie the Oracle here. The reading we have today is Will They Contact You? So basically, I pulled 6 cards. An extra one came out with the bottom row, but the top row is going to be the reading, and the bottom row is basically just clarifiers today. And then I have a few oracle cards for you. I'm going to try to trim these readings down because I realize I talk way too much. As much as I love to entertain, yeah, I don't want to go an hour. People's attention spans are just not that long, but I want you to be able to get a quick reading without going, oh my gosh, will she shut up? So, I'm going to try to trim it just a little bit, but I do like to share personal stories and things too, or if I get the messages for you, I will, whatever comes through, comes through. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. So, will they contact you? So whatever the story is, the story that I'm getting right off the bat is that I pulled a card to get this question. I got the 8 of Wands, and it's all about contacting. Well, it's like communication. The 8 of Wands can sometimes mean communication coming in, that energy coming towards you. The situation that was coming to me, and pardon me for clearing my throat, like I've got allergies. There we go. Okay. I had to get some water. So basically the situation that I'm getting with this is, I don't know what went down. Like, the situation is different for all of you, whether you got into maybe an argument or, it could have been a screaming match, or it could be just a simple argument. I don't know. You got into it with somebody, whether it was your romantic partner or you got into it with a friend or a family member, maybe a coworker, but I know they don't tolerate that, or they shouldn't. They'd make you work it out. But what I want to tell you is that, the situation at hand is that whatever happened, things blew up between you and this other person, and whether, maybe you said things you regret or they said things they regret, you know how it goes. You're sitting here wondering now, it blew up and you guys went your separate ways. You had to go back to your corners to cool off, and you went home and you're just like, okay, well, maybe they'll call me later, or, whatever. Well, it's been days and you haven't heard from them. And you're starting to think, well, are we still friends? Are we still together? Or, or maybe you live with this person. Like, if this is a roommate that's a friend, or if this is a romantic partner, the last thing you want is to not be speaking to your, romantic partner. Because that lack of, communication and affection takes a toll. So whatever the issue is, like, you've obviously blown up with somebody, and here's what I got. So I got the Queen of Wands. Will they contact you? Queen of Wands, this is for my fire signs out there, but Queen of Wands, she can be labeled negative, but she doesn't, it doesn't have to be. The Queen of Wands is somebody that can be very feisty and fiery, and this could be somebody with a temper. So if this is something that blew up and it shouldn't have blown up, and you're like, geez, I'd never meant for it to blow up like that, I totally get it. I totally get it. But the Queen of Fire, like, she's stubborn. She's stubborn. She's not going to call you. She doesn't want to call you. Because she's mad. She's mad and she's stewing over it right now. She's still simmering, simmer down now, you think about that. It's going to take her a while. Look at the sun in this picture. That's a lot of, like, the rays coming up the sun. It's like, ooh, she's hot. This person is very hot right now. They're mad. I don't know, exactly what was said between you. Only you know what was said. And if you were the one that said something that was offensive, or that, did you put the nail in that coffin when you said what you said? Or was it a matter of you spoke some truth and they didn't like it? It could go either way. It could have just been something hurtful that just sent them over the edge. Or they could have said something to you, but they're the type of person that's not ready to apologize, So, the Queen of Wands, right now, no. Right now, she's just mad. This person, and I say she, but, it's a queen. But, no, they are mad. Man or woman, doesn't matter. Even if it's you. If it's a parent and child, like an adult parent and child that got in a fight, your adult kid maybe had some things to say to you. Yeah. Or vice versa. Sometimes parents still try to parent when you're an adult. And it's like, I'm an adult now, I can make my own decisions. The name Greg is coming through. I don't know if there's a Greg, or somebody knows a Greg, or had a fight with a Greg, or you're a Greg that had a fight with someone else. So I don't know why. I don't know anybody with that name. So, whatever pops through comes through. So it's going to be random. So enjoy my weirdness. The Queen of Wands is just mad right now. So will they contact you? Right now, she's angry. They are angry. They don't want to contact you. They're not making a move right now because they're just stewing. And they're kind of just, the fire is still lit under them right now. And they've got to calm down. Or maybe you do. Could be you. You could be really hot under the collar too. And it's just going to take time. And that's why you just have to give it time to cool down. And then the Two of Wands is in reverse over here. This can be planning and strategy. This can be travel. This can be a lot of things. Movement. There's no movement. It's upside down. So they're not planning to call you. They're not going to contact or reach out or say, I'm sorry. They don't want to right now. I mean, you notice the two wands, they're crossed, like you got an X here. It's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm not going to call you. You're not going to call them. You're angry right now. Like, neither of you want to budge. Neither of you want to budge. Right now, everybody's just pissed. Maybe it's too soon. This could have just happened, and you're tuning in for this reading right after this occurred. And so, yeah, it's not going to happen right now. They're not contacting you. You're not going to receive any kind of notification. But you notice you got the King of Swords over here. They're certainly going to think about it, and so are you. I mean, this is like number one thing on your mind right now. But you notice, you're still mad. Look at the sun behind this. It's funny, the sun over here and the Queen of Wands, but the sun is behind the sword, so you're pissed off. Both of you are pissed. And you're thinking about it, and the more you think about it, the more you're still angry. So you've got to process this anger first. That's what you have to do. You got to process this shit first, because whatever this was bad. For the majority of you, I will say. I think most of you that are tuning in have had a really bad fight, and it probably was over something very important, and it could have been something that was, it was enough that it would push you two apart permanently. I'm going to say, and I don't think people usually don't petty fight. I don't think it's this drama, petty drama type of issue. It could be for some of you. There might be a few of you tune in. It was like, okay. But you know what? If someone's going to end their, cut ties with you because of a petty drama, no. Or some kind of silly fight, the little things are not important, guys. The big things are, if this was something that was important that affects you or affects them, or they were affecting you or vice versa, I get it. If they don't accept you for who you are, or they don't agree with you, you don't have to agree with people on everything, but I think when it comes to, excuse me, specific core values, I really do feel like that some things are important. This is a situation coming up, so just hear me out. But, say, you somebody, if you are part of the LGBTQIA, I lost track of how many letters, I'm sorry, but, if you're part of the community, if you're part of, say, the gay community, if you're gay, and you met someone, you think you're friends, but then you find out, you have a fight, and you find out how they really feel, and they don't agree with your lifestyle. Is that somebody you really want to be friends with? Because you want to be accepted. And I really think, if somebody is so narrow-minded that they can't accept you for who you are, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life anyway. So it wouldn't be any big loss if they don't contact you. I mean, if you thought you made a friend, I can understand it hurting, because you're like, man, I thought I was going to make a friend. But just know, someone like that, you don't need in your life. Just know that there are better people out there that will love you and accept you for exactly who you are. You be you. Love who you want to love. I am so supportive of that community, and I think that, why people have a problem with it, I don't understand it. Love is love. So go out, have fun. Be you. Don't let anybody stop you, if that's the case. This might be specific to certain people. There could be one or two of you that pop in here, and there could be more. But I feel like that message was for somebody. So if you needed to hear that, that was for you. And yeah, but this person is not wanting to reach out right now. This person is not going to contact you. If you're in a relationship, this is probably not good. This could be something like a deal breaker that you had a fight about. Oh, you want kids, they don't want kids. that's kind of big. That's kind of big. And sometimes people can get together and make it, and sometimes they can't. Sometimes, people change their mind, but it's rare. Some people know exactly who they are, and they're not going to budge for anybody. So find you somebody that wants to have kids. And if you don't want to have kids, find somebody that doesn't want to have kids, because, you need to be on the same page. I feel like there's a lot of different fights coming through, so this is something that's going to happen. So for the clarifiers, so for the Queen of Wands, yeah, she's angry. So I wanted to pull a clarifier. I got 2. And so yeah, she's, I said, this person is angry. They're really pissed off and they're processing right now. The 6 of Wands is telling me, both of these came out upright, and they're telling me, like, yeah, they recognize that, okay, they recognize that they probably should call, and there should be an apology, and this is not for everybody. I can't guarantee it. This could be 2 different ways, and so, but somebody recognizes that they do want to maybe salvage the relationship, the connection, whatever it is, and, eventually I think you two will reach out to each other, but man, the Queen of Wands is stubborn. This person is so stubborn that they're going to be like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make them reach out. But if you're stubborn too, it's never going to happen, right? But eventually, it depends on how important the relationship is. If this person, if you love them and they're important to you and vice versa, one of you's going to reach out, This person will probably reach out, but right now they're the 2 of Swords. They're deciding. They're trying to figure out, like, oh, I know I need to, but will they? So they have to make a decision. So this is the hard part. They have free will. We can't affect that. If this person chooses not to, you're not going to hear from them. And it's like, okay, well, I guess it's done and over. Move on. Do something else. When they realize that you're, if they're the ones that offended you, and they did something that's just maybe unforgivable, said something that just you can't go back from, I get it. Like, people say the stupidest things. If it's worth it to you, then you'll work it out. But if it's not, then you'll move on with your life and go, you know what? I didn't need them in my life anyway. So that's kind of where we are with the Queen of Wands. They recognize it, but it depends on the importance here. A true friend or a good family member or somebody with healthy communication is going to go, okay, I'm sorry. They're going to reach out. So for some of you, that person will eventually make the decision to reach out and apologize and kind of work things out with you. Or you will call them, either way. But it's, like I said, it's going to go either way because free will. There's 2 swords here, so it's going to be a yay or nay. The 2 of Wands in reverse, we talked about, they don't want to contact you right now. And this is why. The 8 of Swords. With the 8 of Swords, yeah, they are heavily, like, obsessing over it in their mind. They're rolling over that conversation, that fight over and over and over again. They're replaying it. And for them, this is a form of overthinking, but it could cause them anxiety. It could be, what was the word? I just lost it. I said obsessing, right? Okay. They're obsessing, but they are overthinking. We said overthinking. But this is just, it's stuck in their mind. They're kind of stuck in a loop of going over things. They're processing. That's the word I wanted to find. But this is their way of processing. And so they're going to have to process it. They're not going to reach out while they're processing. Some people, it takes longer than others. Some people know right away, like, I need to make things right. Other people don't. So, and this person might be somebody who, man, once something gets stuck in their head, it can prevent them from moving forward at all. It depends on what's going on in their head, how they deal with things. If they're not a healthy communicator, this could be it. So they're not reaching out in this situation so far. But like I said, some of them will overcome that to make that decision, but it's not going to happen yet. Right now, they're in the middle of this, and you may be this way too. You may be rolling over going, man, I wish I hadn't said that. Yeah. Regrets, people. Regrets. But the King of Swords over here, yeah, they're still mad about it, and it is heavily on their mind, and we can tell with the 8 of Swords that it's heavily on their mind. But for some of you, this is not. Will they contact you? No. I think for a lot of you, they're not going to contact you because this must have been so bad for you or for them, one or the other, that you're not going to hear from them. Because, and you might be watching this going, I was right, because You know, they offended me and I defended myself. I stood up for myself. I did whatever. Whatever you said, they didn't like it. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse, that tells me that you are not getting reciprocation. Even if you reach out to them, they're not going to reach out to you. That tells me how angry they are about it and that they're in their head about it. You know what? You want to let them, if they want to let it consume them, this Eight of Swords, like, let them. If they were the one at fault, and you know, if it was you at fault or if it was them or if it was both of you. I think in terms of both of you, you know, if you have a solid relationship with this person, no matter what kind of relationship it is, then both of you are going to be like, oh, I said this and you said that. And you know what? It's water under the bridge. I'm sorry. And you apologize to each other, work it out. That's fine. Some of you might do that, but majority of you, this is over. This person is not going to reach out at all. They don't feel like it was a balanced relationship, whatever it was. The connection was not balanced for them. They may, you know, or for you, it wasn't balanced either. And so you're not going to reach out. They're not going to reach out. It's not going to happen. Either, you know, this person is going to cut you off completely or you're cutting them off. Whoever this resonates with right here. It's done. You're like, this person, they only cared about themselves. And I've had friends like that. There was no reciprocation. It was always like, take, take, take. I gave and gave and gave, and they would take, take, take. And then they'd get in their head about anything I said. If I tried to speak truth to them, they would get mad, and they would get in their head about it. And then they could still be mad about it a week later. And like, you know, seriously had this happen once, and I don't even remember what it was about because it was frivolous. But this person was like, yeah, let's go to lunch. I'm like, okay, sure. So we went to lunch and got our food. Everything was good. Everything seemed good to me. As soon as I sat down, I literally was started to eat my burger. And they were like, so I'm really upset with you. I'm like, what? I was blindsided. They were upset with something I'd said like days ago. And it's like, you should have addressed this then. And whatever we had talked about then, I thought it was done and over. Some people can't let go of shit. Let's be honest. They can't. They could not let go of shit when they need to. And it wasn't something that was all that important. It was just something here. And anytime I tried to speak truth to this person, they didn't like it. They wanted to blame the world for their problems. And I don't know if you're dealing with someone like this, but it's like, okay, you're the common denominator in all of your issues. But it doesn't matter if it's like a work thing, a relationship thing, friendship, family issues. It was always everyone else's fault. And so, you know, if this is your situation, you're better off without that person. So you know, short reading today, but this is what I get. And so, there's nothing much you can do. And we're going to get to the tarot cards. We're in the tarot cards. Hello, wake up. I got like 2 hours of sleep. So much energy for someone who doesn't sleep. But your oracle cards are going to give you the advice. So let's look at the advice. So what should you do? The Ascendant Oracle has the Magi. And I love this. This is sort of like the Magician, and this is about manifesting. If you want to manifest that apology or, you know, a reunion between you and this person, especially if they're a friend, family member, something like that, you know, somebody that you don't want to lose out of your life, then this is important. Or they may feel the same way. They may want to keep you in. But that's not what I got from this card. What I got from this card immediately in my head was sit back and observe. You see the giant eyeball? You know, hello. You know, you've got your hand out waiting for like, you know, an apology, but it's probably not going to happen. The best thing you can do, depending on your situation, everybody's situation is unique. It depends on how bad the fight was, and it depends on how strong your connection is with this person. So the best thing you can do is, you know what, retreat, like sit back, relax, and just observe. Don't make any moves. Don't try contacting. Don't blow up their phone. Just sit back and see what happens. I think that's the best thing that you can do. Yes, the Saints and Angels Oracle says to retreat. Your guardian angels like retreat. This doesn't mean you're like tucking your tail between your legs and run away. It just means like you're putting distance between you and this person. I mean, the fight pretty much did that for you, but instead of reaching out to them, you know what, go do your own thing for a bit. If you know it was a good thing, you just got to give it time no matter what happened. So this basically the same thing. Sit back and observe. And that's basically what this angel is doing in the card. And then your Moonology it says the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Look at that. Twins. If this was a fight between twins, I'm sorry. Twins, like, man, I don't know. You guys have like a powerful connection. So, you know, I think that if you're twins and you're really close, I'm sure you're one of the few that probably will make up. Because, I mean, you could be mad for a while, but eventually you gotta make up. I don't know. That's just something that I'm getting from this card. But the answers you need are coming. And let me just tell you this. No answer is an answer. You know, we said, I think I've said this before. I may have said this before. I don't know. Or could be a first. I don't remember at this point. I've had like 82 videos. I can't remember. But yeah, they're either, you know, one of you is going to reach out to the other and you'll either work things out or you're not going to hear anything. So silence is an answer. And that tells you everything you need. If they don't want to reciprocate, they don't want to work this out, if it's unbalanced to you and they're just going to get mad about every little thing that you do and say, yeah, don't. You don't need that in your life. You don't need it. That's just being over dramatic and stuff like that. No. If your situation is one of those like that, yeah, definitely don't worry about it. I pulled a color card for you. Yellow. Oh man, that's a bright color. It says purify your body. It's number 22, which reduces to 4. 4 is stability. 4 is stability, and I think that you guys, you need stability, but you need that peace in your life too. So purifying your body, I think this is a way of like cutting cords. So if you believe in that, if that's kind of your thing, then purifying your body, this is my way, what this card is telling me anyways, is purify the body. You might try wearing yellow. It's not good on everybody. Nobody looks good jaundice. Let me just tell you. But you can wear yellow, like carry yellow stones with you. I think citrine might be good. It's a little, it depends if you can get a yellowish one because it doesn't really matter. But you know what? If you can get a beautiful yellow stone, I think that would be great. I saw something called flower agate that looked kind of yellowish too, and it was beautiful. Maybe look into that. But purifying your body is basically about, you know, getting rid of the toxicity. Cleansing yourself. You're not only cleansing your body, but you're cleansing yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually along with the body. So this is a good way to just cleanse yourself. Maybe do a little self-love, self-care on yourself and cleanse yourself of what happened, and, you know, find yourself in a better place. Release that anger once you're done processing the whole thing. Just release it somehow and find that stability that's in there. Because you're going to need it and you're going to want to get it out of your life. And if they're not going to be in your life anymore, cord cut. You can look it up, Google it, whatever you need to do. But you don't want that person attached to you anymore. Some people don't believe in that, and that's okay if you don't. A lot of people do. So I think that it's a good ritual. If you have a better ritual, by all means, follow it. Whatever you do that is a ritual to you that will release that person from your life if they're not going to come back in it, that's fine. So if it doesn't work out and they don't ever contact you again, let them go. Release is always good. And to end on a happy note, my inner effing peace deck, it says, get your quick fix. And it says, addicted to inner peace. I love it. And it has the yellow in it too. But I like that because, you know what? You need that peaceful. And if this person was causing you too much drama or too many fights, things like that, if you realize like you maybe felt a little bit more physically like anxious around this person, or they made you feel sick, or you felt drained around them, like, you know, why am I spending time with this person? They just wear me out, you know? Yeah, you need to retreat, sit back, observe, you know, take care of yourself right now. That inner peace is going to come in handy. Maybe meditate on it. Do what you got to do. Cord cut. But I hope this helps in your situation. Let me know in the comment section what's going on. If it worked out, if it didn't work out, I would love to know. But please subscribe and like, and that helps me out as I grow this channel. And feel free to grow with me. I hope you'll come back for the next one, guys. Until then, bye.